guys, welcome back to my channel. So it has been several months since I have done a video. I think the last one I did was right before Christmas, and I have just had some big changes, and that's why I have been away. So I do apologize. I didn't intend to be away quite this long, but now I'm sitting down and I'm going to explain where I've been, what we've been doing, and why. So yeah, like I said, it was before Christmas when I did my last video, and so my son and I have been in my apartment, or our apartment, for gosh, over a decade. Let's say over a decade. So we had been there for so long, and that really felt like home to us. And my plan was to stay there until I got to a point where I was ready to buy a home. It just didn't work out that way. So we had, there was a new investment company that came in and bought our apartment community. So because of that, they wanted to renovate all the apartments, and in order to do so, they needed everybody to move out. So they sort of did like one or two buildings at a time, where they had everybody move out, give everybody, ample time to find, other living arrangements. And they said it would take, probably a couple months for them to do, their renovations, and then people would have to reapply and just basically start over, in order to move back in. So I thought, if I move out, I'm not gonna go back, because it's such a chore to move, to pack, to move, and to, unpack everything and just start all over. So I started looking for an apartment, and either there wasn't anything available. I knew I wanted to stay in my general area, just because my job is only 4 miles away from where I live, so I wanted to be close to that. My granddaughter is also in my area, so I knew I wanted to stay in my my general vicinity. So so I looked around, and gosh, things have changed so much since I had moved, or since I had looked for an apartment. Things so much has changed. I didn't realize when I started looking that a lot of places now, they want you to make at least 3 times what their rent is. And here in my area, rent, can be anywhere from $1,000 up. I mean, I've seen apartments, as high as $1,400 a month. And, if I needed to make 3 times that, I could probably just buy a house. And so I thought, that's just, I don't know. I was shocked by that. So a lot of places, well, almost all of them that I came across, including the one that we moved into, they all want you to make at least 2.5 to 3 times what their rent is. And I was really just blown away by that. I just thought, that makes it so much more difficult for people to try to, to find a place and get into a place, because, if you're not making quite that, then you're almost out of luck. It just makes it so much more difficult. So I had applied to a couple different places, and the first one I applied to, they're like, oh, you don't quite, make quite enough so that, that you can move in. So you're not going to be able to, we're not even going to really just even move forward with your application. So I thought, okay, it was a little disheartening, because it was a really nice apartment, and I was kind of looking forward to that, and it was in a great area. So it's okay. I had checked out another one, and I just didn't feel good about their process. I was able to go in and apply, pay the application fee. I was able to select, they actually had listed the actual apartment, or the apartments, plural, that they had available. So I was able to choose the one I wanted, but then come to find out there were like 40 applications ahead of me. And that made me really uncomfortable. And then I kept getting told that the rent was different than what it told me on the website when I applied. And just the whole process made me really uncomfortable. I just withdrew my application, and it took me a while to get my deposit back, but or not my deposit, but my application fee and, you know, anything else that I had paid, you know, to try to, you know, to apply for that particular apartment. So I had found some that were not in my area, and some were a little bit too small. I don't know. I wasn't really freaking out yet, but time was really, it was getting closer. We only had, I think, maybe 2 months to move out of, you know, where we were. And, you know, like I said, we've been there for more than a decade, and I just had so much stuff. I've got so much stuff that I had to take out or rent a storage facility, so, you know, I could store a lot of stuff in there. And just trying to get, you know, all this stuff moved out was just a chore. So anyway, I kept looking and looking, and I found the place that we're in now. We did move. It wasn't my first choice. It was probably the last place I wanted to move. Just because it's not perfect, but, you know, there are a lot of things about it that they're really cute and charming. So anyway, we did get moved. It took us, well, before I could get into this place, we had to, I think we had to stay at our other place for maybe like another week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Maybe 2.5 weeks, something like that. So, you know, there was nothing I could do. This is the place that I did get approved for. And so I was really happy that I got approved for this one, even though it wasn't my first choice. It was probably the last choice that I would have made. But I got approved, and I'm grateful for that. So we did have a place to move to. So anyway, it took us 4 days. The first 2 days, I rented a truck, and it was just my son and I. And the first 2 days, it was rainy and cold and windy, and it was just miserable. But with my son not being so used to doing a lot of heavy lifting, and I am, because of, you know, the jobs that I do, I'm used to lifting and bending and stretching, and it didn't bother me quite as much. So my son was sort of, you know, in pain. He'd kind of thrown his back out, and I sort of had to pick up that slack, which, you know, it had to be done. So I did it, but it ended up taking us 4 days to move. So the first 2 days we got everything loaded up, and then we came to the new apartment and we got everything out. I had to wait till the next day because I was so exhausted from just loading up the truck the first day that I just waited till the next day. And I had only planned to have our moving truck for 1 day, but I ended up having it for 4. So I got the first load out the next day, and then we went and loaded up again. And like I said, it took 4 days. So it cost me more than I expected, but, you know, I could only do so much. And moving from the second floor at my other place, we're on the first floor now, which is great. That was, you know, kind of a piece of cake compared to getting everything out of, you know, the old place and getting it down the stairs and just loaded onto the truck. It was just, I rented a couple of dollies, and it just, gosh, it was so much work. I haven't worked that hard in such a long time, but, you know, I did it. I did sort of twist my knee. That's the only thing that I hurt. So that kind of slowed me down for a couple of days. But other than that, I didn't pull any other muscles in my upper body. I've still got quite a bit of upper body strength. So it wasn't too bad, but it was an ordeal, I guess. It's the easiest way I can put it, but we did get moved, so I'm going to show you guys around. I wanted to wait and get in and get everything unpacked and just sort of, you know, just decorate and just get settled before I did anything. Now I know there's some things I kind of want to either add or change. I have not done my son's room yet. We've got, you know, I mean, his bed set up. He's got his computer and his desk and everything set up, but as far as, like, you know, getting TVs hung, even in my bedroom and my living room, I haven't hung the TVs yet. They're just, you know, standing upright on stands or, you know, cabinets or dressers or whatever. So I still have work to do in his room, but I thought I might try to find some new decorative pieces and try to, you know, change it up a little bit. But there's some things I want to, get for here. I did buy a few new pieces even before I moved because I kind of knew that I wanted to change it up just a little bit. I didn't want it to look exactly the same as the other place, and this place is just a little bit smaller. It said that it was the same square footage, but it is definitely smaller. So I did put a lot of stuff in storage, including my washer and dryer. We don't have washer dryer hookups here. They do have a laundry room, but I choose not to use that. We have a laundromat down the road, so we just end up going to that maybe every couple of weeks and using that. So it's fine. I figure, I can adapt, and, as different as it is, I mean, I've had a washer and dryer for years and years, and just to, go to the laundromat. I haven't been to the laundromat in, gosh, probably 25 years, maybe 30 years. So yeah, it's just, it's new experience, but, or I shouldn't say new, but just, I guess new, because I haven't done it for so long. But anyway, we did get moved, and we've been in here since last month. We got moved in last month, so we have officially been here for a month. So yeah, I've got everything decorated, I think, for the most part now. I may, there's some things that I've kind of got my eye on, so we'll probably change it up just a little bit, but I did want to go ahead and get everything decorated before I showed you guys, where we are. And so I think we'll do that. I just wanted to sit down and sort of explain, where I've been, why I've been away for so long. It's just, with trying to work 2 jobs and trying to get packed. I mean, I started packing probably maybe at least 2 months in advance. I just wanted to get started because I knew that it was going to be, a lot to move. I donated a lot of stuff. I took a lot of stuff to storage, and my son and I, we got all the boxed items, but I did hire a moving company to come and move my sectional, my TV cabinet, our beds and dressers, and all the really heavy things that I just knew we couldn't do, especially being on the 2nd floor. It might not have been so bad if it was on the 1st floor, but being on the 2nd floor, I just knew that, I was going to have a little bit of help. So anyway, so we got it done, and I'm so thankful that it's done and we're settled, and I'm thankful that I do have a place to live. So anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to sit down and explain, where I've been. I just did not have time to, really, I didn't have time to do videos because I wasn't decorating and I wasn't changing anything up. I did shoot a few clips of everything being, boxed up. I did shoot a little bit of, the old apartment as it was empty, and then I've shot a little bit, taken a lot of still pictures that I will include, in this video that will show, this new apartment before we actually moved in. So anyway, yeah, so that's why I've been away for so long. It's just so much work, and if you guys have, moved and you've had a lot of things to move, you know what I'm talking about. It was just so much to do, and I was packed up probably earlier than I needed to be, and I mean, we had boxes stacked, and that's all you could see. Every room you walked in, it was just everything stacked, and I don't want to ever see a cardboard box for quite a while. So anyway, but I'm glad to be done. Like I say, it was an ordeal and a lot of work, but that's where I've been, just focusing on, working and getting things boxed up, and, just, getting ready for that move. And I just, I couldn't wait. I couldn't get here fast enough. I was just tired of looking at cardboard, and I just wanted to get moved and get settled. And I did sit down and use, my son's got an Oculus Quest. I bought that for him a couple of years ago I think it was for his birthday. And so I really like using that because you can actually go into it and look at different places. You can tour model homes, and what I did a virtual tour of this place so I could see what it looked like, and I was trying to get ideas of where I was going to put things, and just how things are a little bit different because it's smaller, and some of the closets in the bedrooms are much bigger, but like the linen closet is probably half the size of what I had before, and then the coat closet is about half the size, and I'm just using that for storage. I just put a hook, and I'll show you guys what I've done. So as I go through, I'll kind of explain. It's easier to show you rather than just to sit here and tell you everything that I've done. I'm not going to do that. So anyway, also we had another change. We adopted a pet. He's really just a rescue. We have a pretty black cat. He was in our apartment community. The whole time that we'd lived there have always been cats roaming around, and I just felt so bad for them. And this particular one, he was standoffish, but a little, kind of friendly, but still, a little paranoid, a little standoffish. But we started putting food out for him and giving him water, and he just sort of started warming up to us. And then we had, back in, I believe it was January, we had a super cold snap, and we got snow, and it was just so extremely cold. It was below zero here. And I saw him laying outside, just out in the open, and I just felt so bad for him. And I said, I couldn't not do anything, so I told my son, go out, get that cat, and bring him in. So I thought, the least I can do is bring him in and feed him and let him stay until it warms back up. And then I thought, no, I'll keep him, and then we will maybe take him to, we'll take him to the Humane Society, and then hopefully, somebody would adopt him. But after having him, we did end up taking him there, and they checked him out, and they gave him a shot, just like a dewormer, and just, checked him out. And so they said, well, we need you to keep him for a couple weeks just to make sure that he's going to be a good candidate for adoption. They wanted to make sure that he would use the litter box, regularly with no accidents. And so they gave me a litter box to use, a bigger litter box to use, and a carrier. So after, probably about a week, my son wanted to keep him from the get-go, but I thought, we're getting ready to move. I just did not want to take on a pet. So, but after about a week, and I love animals, and I love cats, I love dogs. My goal was to get a dog after we got at least into a house of our own. We would get a dog. But, after keeping him for a while, he grew on me, which I knew he would. So we ended up deciding to keep him. And so he's laying here right beside me. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see him. We had named him Salem. Actually, the neighbors that lived in our building, they had sort of been feeding him as well. And the mother that lived downstairs, she started calling him Salem. So I thought that's a cute name because it reminded me of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. They had a little cat named Salem. So we kind of stuck with that name, and I told my son, we could come up with a different name. He's like, no, let's just keep him Salem. So we did. So I'm going to turn the camera around here so you can see him. He's laying here sleeping. So this is Salem. Let me see if I can zoom in on him a little bit. He's a really great cat, and I know that he belonged to someone once before, because once I started buying canned food and he heard the clicking of the pull tab, he knew exactly what that was, and he would come running and meowing, and he's just a great cat. Salem, can you wake up, buddy? Say hello. He's a really good cat. He does sleep a lot, and I did take him to the vet, and also got him checked out for something he had in his mouth that I was concerned about. So the vet told me that he's probably about between 2 and 3 years old. So he's not very old, so he will hopefully be with us for quite a while. So anyway, that is another change that we had. So yeah, he's a great cat, and he's really a lot of fun. So very playful. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys the grand tour and show you what our new place looks like, and then you guys can tell me what you think. So let's go ahead and start the tour. Okay, so this is the living room, and just as you come in the door, just back behind here, I had to put one of my little side tables for my couch. I had to put it here, so just put it behind the door and just put a couple of decorative pieces on it, my lamp, and then I just put the clock up above here. And then I did buy new curtains. I did use the same curtain rods. Yeah, I did. I used the same shelves that I had in the other apartment, but I did buy this mirror. I love this mirror. I got this on Target.com, and I believe it was on sale for $67.50, something like that. So I bought that, and I absolutely love it. It's a 32-inch mirror with the black around the edges, so I love it. And I'm just using the same pillows that I had before. I think this throw blanket may be one that I use in the fall. And then I put my basket over here that I keep blankets in. Just put some of those in there, and then just have the same little coffee table here, and just put a few things on there, and then swing it around here. And then my TV cabinet is right here on this side of the door. And then, like I said, I haven't mounted the TVs yet. I will do that at some point, but it wasn't anything I felt I needed to do right away. I just wanted to at least get everything set up and hooked up, and just just put a few pieces on here. And then my tripod lamp I just put here in this corner. I may move this cabinet over a little farther because it's tougher for my son to see the TV with it being right here. So I may just move it over just a little bit. It might make it a little bit easier for him to see. It may be better once I get it mounted, but yeah, we'll get that figured out. But anyway, so this is the living room. Okay, and then right here is my coat closet, and let me show you. So I've just stored a bunch of stuff in here, a lot of my holiday decor I put in here. I keep the sweeper in here, and I'm sure at some point I'm gonna probably have to go through and maybe downsize. And then what I did was I put a hook up here, and then we can hang our coats and my purse and everything on the inside of this door. So, but that's what I did in here. So a lot of my holiday decorations are in my storage unit. I just didn't have enough room in this closet. It's just smaller than the other one. And then this piece here, this cathedral arch, I put here just next to the hallway, and put the wreath on there. So I'm going to swing it back around here. I'll take you into the kitchen. So this is our kitchen. The light in the ceiling fan is not quite bright enough, so I've turned on all the lights, but it's dreary outside today. It's been raining, so it's not quite as bright in here. But this is the kitchen, and these are the cabinets. I do have more cabinet space than I did in my previous apartment. And then I did have to have them put in a new fridge because my freezer kept melting my ice, so I had to buy me a new fridge. So the one thing I did buy new was this hand towel. I got 2 of them at Target. So I really love the gray and white stripes. And then I just put some of my cutting boards here, put a little plant in front of it. Got my Keurig. And of course this apartment is older, so there are a few flaws, like this light here. I'm kind of over this light. It just, it needs a new cover. I'm going to try to find one. I don't think they're going to do it for me, so I'm going to try to do that myself. So I have a microwave here, some of my other cutting boards here. I did put my little TV here in the corner, so I can, turn the TV on when I am cooking. And then I'll swing it around here. I did put one of my pictures up here. And then I did just put one curtain on one side, and I'm not sure if I like it's kind of growing on me, but I wasn't sure when I first put it up if I liked it or not. You guys can tell me what you think, because I do have another one just like it, so I could put the second one up, but I thought it'd be kind of neat just to do curtain on one side. And then my wastebasket is right here. And one of my house plants, the only one that I was able to keep alive, with the others, by leaving stuff in the truck, I forgot they were in there, my other two, and they end up dying. So I feel bad. And I put my clock on this wall. This used to be in the living room, so I put it in here. And then Salem's things are down here. And then I got a new item for my island that I'm excited about. I do want to repaint this island. It's really scratched up, but this piece right here, I got this at Target. I absolutely love it. I think it was right around $30, but I got that to put my olive branches in. So I just absolutely love it. And then I kept these chairs from my dining room table. I did have to leave my dining room table behind. I just didn't have room. I knew I wasn't gonna have room in here, so I knew I wanted to keep this island just because it really serves me well. But I kept these chairs, so just put those here. And then I put out one of my smaller dough bowl and put some plastic lemons in it. Just give a little pop of color on the island. So I really like how the kitchen looks. The countertops need a little bit of work, and the cabinets on the inside could stand to be redone, I guess. But you know, it is what it is. It's an apartment, so it could be worse, but it could be better. So I'm not complaining. I'm just, I'm happy to have a place to live. So this is the kitchen. I did put a little wreath on this door, and then my canvas cow picture I put up on this wall. And I still have to get something for this wall. I haven't put anything here yet. So that'll give me a reason to go shopping and get some new things. But here is the living room. Let me step back a little bit so you can see. So that's what it looks like. So we're gonna go in here, and this is the bathroom. The bathroom is extremely small, but I put up the same curtains that I had in the other bathroom, and I really like those, and just put a few pieces that I already had on the wall, and then a little plant piece there, and everything else. Actually, the little hand soap is new. I got that at Bath and Body. I'm sorry, not Bath and Body Works. At Home Goods. Sorry. And then this nightlight. I got this at Meijer, and I just love it. It puts out quite a bit of light, so really, really love it. Yeah, these things here, I don't really use those, but they're there, so not much I can do. And then this cabinet here is, a little bit on the dated side. So, but I do put like my toothpaste, toothbrushes, and things like that in there. And then this towel bar here, I just hung our towels here. So this bathroom is much smaller, but I fixed it up as best I could. And then just on this wall, I put a baby picture of my granddaughter. And then swinging around here, the linen closet is right here, and it is much smaller. So this is what it looks like, and it's a little bit of a mess at the moment. I just kind of put everything in here just to fit everything in, but that's what it looks like. At least everything is kind of in bins and somewhat organized, but it's just not, it's just not as organized as the other one. So that's my linen closet. So at least everything fit. And then just put a broom in here because I have to sweep the bathroom floor every morning because of Salem, and he likes to kick out litter when he jumps out of the litter box. Okay, so I'm gonna swing it around here. Let's see, this is my room, and I might change up a few things in here, but let me swing it around here. This room is so small. Let me show you how much space I have between. This is the space that I have between my bed and my dresser. It's really cramped. My comforter, I washed this before I moved, and when I put it in the box, it still came out wrinkly, and I've had this on for about a week now, and it's still kind of wrinkly. So anyway, I'm not going to worry about that. But I just put these floral picks that I had in my other bedroom, I put them together this time instead of on each side, because my other apartment I had a window right in the middle, so I had these on, one on each side of the window. So yeah, this is the bedroom. And my closet doors, closet's kind of cramped, and I've got this box. I've got to figure out what to do with this stuff. The doors, they don't close in this apartment, so I'm not going to worry about it. At least I got everything in there. But yeah, I did hang some curtains in here. My clock. Pretty much everything that's in here is stuff that I already had in the other bedroom. So my TV, it's just not mounted. It's just sitting there. So yeah, and my lanterns. I had these big lanterns here in my living room. I just don't really have the space because the room is a little bit smaller. So I just thought I'll just put them in here for now, and then figure out what to do with them at, at a later time. So anyway, this is my bedroom. It's a little bit cramped, but let's see if I can back up a little bit. But yeah, this is how everything looks. So anyway, I was worried that my big furniture wasn't going to fit. I was worried about my sectional fitting in the living room, and then I was worried about this bed because this is a California King and it's massive, and it's there's not much space here either, so it barely fits, but at least it fits, so I'm grateful for that. So yeah, anyway, this is my bedroom. So a few things I want to change. I kind of want to update a little bit more, but I'll do that at a later time. And then going out this way, this is my son's room. I closed the door on it because he's in there doing his thing. And his room, we just haven't done much yet. We haven't done much to it yet. We still have to hang the TV, and like I said, I want to get some decorative pieces for in there. So anyway, this is it. So let me know what you guys think. I am okay with this place. I miss having a washer and dryer, but yeah, it's a cute little place. And when the weather, like today, it's a little cooler because it's been rainy, but it's been nice having the windows wide open. And my cat just loves it. He loves to sit in the window and watch the squirrels and the birds. I want to put my picture of my granddaughter up there, that wall. So anyway, yeah, I'm I'm adapting, and I am enjoying being in a new place. Like I say, it's a little bit smaller, but could be a lot worse. So let me know what you guys think. I'm so sorry I've been away for so long. I know some of you have reached out, and I appreciate that so much. That means so much that you guys are thinking of me. So thank you for reaching out, and I'm sorry that I've been away for so long. I'm going to try to get back to doing regular videos and trying to, figure out some things to do. I would like to change a few things, so yeah. All right, guys. That is all I have to share for today. I just wanted to get back on here and let you guys know where I've been and why I've been away for so long. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there, so let me know what you think, and as always, I will see you guys very, very soon.